to me.
Welcome to the Truth Radio. I'm your host, Crazy Eddie, accompanied by Mr. Lexima and L Boogie. What's going on, guys?
Nothing much.
All right. So, on today's agenda, this is a reaction to Colin Kaepernick's comments towards Michael Vick. Sure.
Well, let's see. Well, actually, it's vice versa too. Michael Vick first making a comment towards Colin Kaepernick, and then Colin Kaepernick answering back to Michael Vick. But so the whole controversy starts off with Michael Vick saying that Colin Kaepernick needs to cut his afro.
Oh,
I know.
oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
That's like, you understand, an afro to an individual. I mean, hair in general, it's makes a person, and it just defines a person. So that's mean.
I think Michael Vick was saying that to Colin Kaepernick, in order for him to get a job in the NFL, he's going to have to cut the afro, meaning that he's being too black. That is what Michael Vick is saying. That's the only thing I can come out of it as far as saying that. That you're being too black. But then Colin Kaepernick came back and said that Michael Vick has Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh, damn.
Which basically Stockholm Syndrome is like when you identify with whoever it is. Like, let's say you were kidnapped and you're rescued, but you identify with your kidnappers. You have sympathy for your kidnappers. You have sympathy for the person doing harm to you.
That's right.
And what he means by that is Michael Vick had, the people that were on Michael Vick's side when he first came into the NFL, and then when everything happened with the dogs, everybody turned on him. But now he's having sympathy for the people that turned on him by saying this to Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to look bad in the media. He already looks bad because with the dogs. But still,
he's saying that Colin Kaepernick needs to change his image.
Yeah.
But Michael Vick is the one that needed to change his image because Michael Vick is the one that did something wrong. He was convicted of of the dog fighting and everything. He did something wrong, and then he came out of it. He got a job with the Philadelphia Eagles. He had to change his image. He had to go and do all this stuff for PETA and all that. Colin Kaepernick doesn't need to change his image. He didn't do anything wrong.
No.
He took a knee. He took a knee for all of the wrongs that were going on against minorities last year. That's all he did.
Yeah, and then he has to prove himself. I mean, and I feel bad though, because as a woman, I see the news, the sports channels, NFL and stuff like that. I associate, no joke, football like thugs. They're thugs. Come on. Some of them are. Not all of them. Because believe it or not,
like Brady is a thug.
No, Brady's kind of like he's high maintenance. But you know what I'm saying? It's like he's just high maintenance.
Wait a minute.
He's another subject there. But I'm just saying, like I'm saying in general, like the NFL players, the real good ones that come from like the hood places in New York, Cleveland, and stuff like that. You break it in, like, you come from a struggling family, you make it into the NFL. They say you could take the New Yorker out of New York, but then, you know what I'm saying, you can leave New York, but the New York doesn't really come out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? And I think these guys, like, they're so used to living in a certain environment that even though they got all the money and stuff like that, they just revert right back to the same habits. And I think that's what Michael Vick is trying to tell them. You know what I mean? Even though he did what he did, it's still a backlash on minorities. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodriguez, whatever his name is, look what he did. You got a lot of NFLs smacking their wives, domestic violence. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
You're absolutely right. And I purposely wore this hat today, of course, due to the subject we're on, talking about Colin Kaepernick, who I do support. But I will be boycotting the NFL this year because of their treatment of Colin Kaepernick.
You mean if he doesn't get a job?
Is that the one that kneeled? Is that the dude that kneeled?
Yeah, the one we're talking about.
No, but listen, but see, but that's the thing, though. But he looks white. I don't understand that. Whatever.
How does he look white?
He does look white.
How?
He's like, he does look white.
How does he look white?
He is mixed race.
He's
He
mixed.
does.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't look, you know what I'm saying? Just like, I'm going to be ignorant right here because my doctor's from Africa. But again, you guys, I didn't know there was white African. I'm being straight up honest.
There are no white Africans. There are Europeans who were born in Africa.
Whatever. But anyway, he was born in Africa. He was born in Africa. So
it doesn't make him African. They stole the land, okay? And he's born there. Doesn't mean he's African. I'm sorry.
But that's the whole thing. I just feel bad. But I mean, just think about when you hear about baseball, you don't hear so much commotion. Basketball, but NFL, there's so much chaos.
NFL is the biggest sport in this country. It is the #1 sport in this country, and it's been like that for a couple of years. So it's always going to be chatter, you know, especially if you talk about race because of what was going on last year and the year before that, and every year actually. But because of what was going on, and because he's not with the team right now, because of the fact that people believe he's blackballed. That's
for kneeling down and protesting. He was kneeling down and protesting.
It's the only thing a black man needs to do. Kneel,
yeah.
And he finds himself out of job. A very powerful thing to do is kneel. Didn't say a word, just kneeled. You know.
I mean, he just stuck to his guns. He's like, screw you. But that's the thing, though. When somebody, it's like some people. I guess people in general, they're so used to knocking down somebody. So when that person gets enough is enough, they finally stand up for themselves. They end up getting blackballed.
Yeah, and Michael Vick is way out of line for making his request for Colin Kaepernick to cut his afro so he can be more presentable for.
Is it the afro because he looks more white than he does black?
No, he's telling him to cut the afro to change his image so he can get a job.
But that's what I'm saying. So then tell us.
He's looking too black. He's telling Kaepernick that you're looking too black.
Yeah, but what about the Simone guy with the poof?
That guy's in the league. He has a contract. Colin Kaepernick doesn't have a contract right now, so he said, "Go ahead, cut your hair. You're looking too black."
Please.
As far as I know, there aren't any black owners in the NFL.
I mean, you can cut your hair, but it's not gonna get the blackness out of him. You can go bald like you two. I mean, is it gonna get the out of you? No.
But the thing is, that's a black man talking to another black man. That's the problem with those comments.
Right. I mean, it's just like, I mean, he can cut his hair, but it's not gonna get. I mean,
yeah, but he shouldn't have to. And then another black man should not be telling another black man to dial down your blackness. Yeah. Dial it down a little bit.
Tame it down a little bit.
I don't think that's right though, because he doesn't. I mean.
And Michael Vick is. I mean.
Now that's
Michael Vick.
That's
for him to say that is ridiculous. For him to say that.
I mean, Michael Vick to me reminds me of a thug. The other guy seems that he's well educated. His parents. You got true.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Vick changed his life. He did change his life around
after electrocuting the dogs, right?
After electrocuting the dogs and all that stuff,
after drowning the dogs, after drowning them.
And remember, but he had to change his image. You can't try and get a job in the NFL. See, Michael Vick had to try and get a job in the NFL after he got out of jail, but he had to change his image to do that. And Philadelphia gave him a shot because he did change his image. He was doing things for PETA. He was doing all that, and then they gave him a shot, and he did well. Colin Kaepernick, he's telling Colin Kaepernick, yeah, I changed my image. I got back in the NFL. You need to change your image. But the thing is, Colin Kaepernick didn't do anything. He didn't break any laws. He didn't kill dogs, you know?
No, he just didn't want to stand up for the national anthem.
That's all he did. So why should he cut his afro?
But that's disrespectful, not for nothing. But if you can't stand, I mean, if he was from another country, I'll tell his dad to go send his back to his country.
But it's his right not to stand.
But
I understand that. Right. But you got see, I'm speaking about a World War II vet, somebody who just retired 39, 40 years in the service.
Right.
I mean, excuse my friend, you don't like my shit, then pack up your stuff because red, white, and blue stands for something. You know what I mean? And unless you lost a loved one in any war, It's hard. It really is
okay,
hard.
so,
And then having friends come back with PTSD. If you're not happy, I mean, a lot of people there didn't like what's going on in the United States and everything, Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. Other black men didn't like it, but you don't see them kneeling down.
yeah, but still, I mean, is every war justified?
No.
Violence?
No,
Like
like
the Vietnam War, they died for.
That's a waste of war.
They died for
Waste of war?
I don't know what they died for.
My grandfather calls he's a World War II vet. He's still alive, thank God, knock on this. He said the war was a waste of time.
The war was a waste of time. But when Muhammad Ali decided not to go, well, he was, he was hated on. He was found disrespectful.
But he changed his name.
In the end, the world loved Muhammad Ali in the end.
But he changed his name. But that's the thing, though. He changed his name.
Muhammad Ali refused to go to the war.
He changed his name before that. Yeah, before that.
He refused to go to the war because he was like, why is he going to fight for freedom when he doesn't even have freedom in this country? Why is he going to go over there?
I agree. And I believe it or not, I agree. I truly agree with that.
But Colin Kaepernick took the knee, and that was one of the best things that happened last year is him taking that knee, because a lot of people became exposed after that knee because everybody wanted to give their opinions about it. And then that's when you found out about how people really feel about race in this country after he did that knee. You found out, wow, I didn't know this person was racist. I didn't know this person was racist. Everybody was talking about it, It's
gotten worse now. It's gotten worse now. And it's sad because somebody that I know is like that. It's like they can have a friend that is African American, but they don't want their kid going to an all-black school. Does that make sense to you? It's like it doesn't.
Yeah, it makes sense to me in the fact that they're worried about integration and mixing with,
Yeah, and the person has said it. The person has said it themselves. I don't want my girls marrying an African American, but then I'm like, you're half black yourself, so you're.
What you
and
want
her friends.
What you want and what happens are two different things. So it doesn't matter what they want. The kids are going to do what they do, and they have to live with it.
Well, as far as a black school, all black school, and I'm going to tell you the difference between an all black school and a good school, as quote unquote good school. A good school is not a good school. It is a regular school. Okay, it is regular school. They've got books. They got everything that they need. They've got good programs. It's just regular school. When they say all black school, they usually mean either an inner city school, okay, a school that came about because that was a black area. And of course, you need a school for that area. So they built the school, and the school is behind the 8 ball because they don't have the newest books. They don't have any good programs. They don't have anybody. They don't even have. They don't have anybody behind them supporting them. So of course they're gonna call that all black school a bad school. They don't want their kids to go. They don't want their kids to go to a good school, meaning a white school. But the white school is just a school. That is the way all schools should be. Regardless of whatever area you live in. It shouldn't be good school, bad school, black school, white school. And the reason that they trying to have the integration and stuff like that was because parents wanted their kids to go to a school, not a good school, but a school that had programs for their kids to thrive in, or programs where they didn't have to worry about having old textbooks with pages missing. And then they're wondering why they're not doing well on their standardized tests when you have schools that don't have the books that they need, and the other schools are doing better because
and why are they doing better?
Because they have the normal books, normal programs, teachers that are behind them. And the other schools, which people call quote unquote bad schools, you have no programs. You have books with pages missing.
So
okay, no after school program. There's no
argument be made that there are good and bad schools, sir?
No. The bad school is not a bad school. It wasn't given enough. Right. It was not given enough. So you're already starting behind the 8 ball. You're starting behind, and they're not giving anything to get to being a regular school. So it's not a good school or a bad school. Sometimes when you look at those, this is an A school, this is a B school. Sometimes you got to look about, what exactly makes that school an A school and what makes it a B school. If you have school with after school programs, if you have schools that help you study for the SAT because they have those programs, but then the quote unquote black schools don't have anybody to help them study for the SATs. They don't have those pre-programs and the PSAT. They don't have that.
Nope.
So it looks like, oh, it's just a bad school. No, they just don't have the resources that the other school has or the money behind that the other school has. That's all it is.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Damn. You gotta go to my son's school. You rock. Damn, I like it. Like, that was no joke. That shit was deep. It was.
Well, thank you.
And let me tell you something. I do something. I was the vice president of community affairs for the kids at my son's school, Tamarack Elementary School. And I was such a motivator to get the kids to read, because kids hate reading. But I would go to Popeyes, I would go to Puro Tropical, I'll get all these reading vendors thing. You read 2 books, you get this. You bring a grade from a D to like a C or a B. I mean, I would get them the best thing, you know, to get them motivated.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing, when we all went to school together, that we had teachers like Mr. Tavishan, Coach Curry. I love Coach Curry, by the way. Like, he motivated you. I mean, we had teachers growing up that motivated us. And when I do this thing with my son's school, because I just pulled him out, I volunteered at school. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be like Mr. Tavishan with these kids, or Coach Curry, where they saw me and I was like, you know, you can do that. You know, it doesn't matter that your parents are African American or Latinos and you don't have much, but you can succeed. And the reason why I had this going on, I mean, that's why I'm blackballed from Tamarack Elementary School. Air quotes.
What?
Because I stood up for something that I believed in. I mean, and I was so it's called the Buggleby Award, where a kid goes from an F to a D. And if they make it to a D, they get like a certificate saying, hey, you did it. And the principal's like, no, we're not doing that. If they can't get A's or B's, they don't deserve nothing.
Yeah.
And the PTA president was the same way. And I'm like, but no, and I remember myself coming here and my parents didn't speak English. I wanted somebody to believe in me. And the only one person I did was Mr. Tavishan and Coach Curry.
Coach Curry's great.
You know what I'm saying? And here's a guy that really went and he did what he had to do to save a lot of us crazy clowns, because a lot of us was going through personal stuff. And to have a principal and say that Tamarack Elementary School is minority school, basically we're in poverty level. That's what she's trying to say, air quotes. $400,000 homes, we're poverty. So because my thing is, because her kids are graduated from college and stuff, she doesn't have to worry about the other kids. And the thing that bothered me, my friend's kid, you know, he's Jamaican. Of course, you know, you guys speak that Jamaican lingo with American, you know, so the kid's a little bit behind. He's trying to understand every language that's going on. And his mother had to keep him back, 1st grade, because he couldn't read. A friend of mine's daughter who's going into 5th grade, reading 1st grade level from Tamarack.
For those of you who don't know, Tamarack is a town in suburb of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
You know what I mean? And that's what I think, that, you know, you can lead a lot of these athletes from elementary school out to what, you know, what they become and stuff, but a lot of times they don't forget their roots.
Right.
You know, I'm not sure, like Mike Stranahan, whatever he is from Good Morning America, whatever show he worked in the morning, like he still remembers that one person that pushed him. You know what I'm saying? And I think if a lot of these athletes had someone to believe in them and push them and kept keeping them motivated and positive and stuff like that, maybe a lot of them wouldn't be getting themselves in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, a man only hits a woman because they're so used to seeing a man hit a woman. They think that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to break that pattern. You know, yeah, you can get somebody out of the hood or out their environment, but they don't forget their environment. They can't detach themselves to their demeanor. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can get with my Latin family and I become Puerto Rican, and I get with my white friends, all of a sudden I turn white. You see what I'm saying?
That's fascinating.
But you see what I'm saying? No, like, you're like a comedian. You know what I mean? Like, you get right in there, like, one minute I'm just so Latina, next minute, like, hey, how you doing? You know?
That's absolutely true.
You know,
you kind of morph into different environments.
Like, who's that basketball player that the dad belonged to? What is it? The Black Power. Who are they? What's his name?
Belong to who?
His dad was with the Panthers, Black Panthers. He played for Los Angeles. Los Angeles? He's really good. Look, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's parents.
Kobe Bryant's dad was a player for the NBA.
But he was a black pop, but he was in the black part, the Panthers.
Was he, Stephen? I never heard.
Yes, you better look it up because that's my man too. He married a Mexican.
Kobe's your guy?
Well, one of them, because I got a couple. I got some in the NFL. I got some in the NFL. I got some in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a retired correspondents because they're hot.
Kobe gets no props here. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I like his background. He has a lot of history.
Yeah, he's from Italy. He played basketball there, and
I'm talking about his family history. I mean, he's just whatever. He's just a dude with a booty in his package. But
he's a good guy. But he's a Jordan wannabe. I'm sorry.
No one could be Jordan. No one could be, what is LeBron James? No one can be,
Or LL Cool J, like you're about to say.
Yeah, man. I see every time I get with him and his lips. I mean, I wish people could see him with his lips. I mean, I can't help it. He has sexy lips. If there were women, a bachelorette out there, my man is single. I'm for real. He has like LL Cool J lips. Mm-hmm.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Thank you very much.
Will he's single, girl, single and available.
Boy. Yes, moving on.
So Colin Kaepernick will get a job in the NFL. Will a team finally hire him this year?
They'll probably make him sign a strict contract saying he can't kneel down, he can't make the football team.
Well, you can't put that in the contract though, because it's not like it has nothing to really.
I'm a sports lawyer. Put whatever you want in a contract. I'm just saying, you could put whatever you want on a contract. If they say he cannot kneel and protest, they can put that in there. But here's the thing, though: would he sign it? Would he give up his principles to sign it? And is it $5 million worth me standing for what I believe in? Money talks, BS walks. Woo.
But since he took that knee up until, let's say, today, he's given a lot of money to charity, a lot of money to he's put his money where his mouth is, put it like that.
Which I think is good. But I don't think he should get rid of his hair. That's him. I love his hair.
No, especially on Michael Vick's recommendation, because I think Kaepernick's right, and that Michael Vick is suffering from Stockholm Syndrome. He does suffer that.
I learned something new today, so that's pretty cool.
That's kind of funny, actually, that he said that.
Well, that's the term. That's exactly what it is. He's become comfortable with his captors, who saved him and gave him a second chance, and now to tell the runaway slave, no, you need to stay right here.
The video is pretty good of when they have him on. I forgot what maybe NFL Live. I don't know what show it was when Vic said that. And when they ask him, so what do you think about the Colin Kaepernick and this and that? And then when he makes the comment, you should look at the other analysts on the show. Like, did this Negro just say that?
I love that word Negro. You say Negro. Oh my God, it's better than that other word, but that's cute. But it's true though. It's like calling the kettle black. I'm like, wait a minute.
You should see their faces when he did say that, when he made that comment.
I gotta watch it. I gotta die laughing.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
That's just sad. I mean, and I understand they got a lot of pressure because the children look up to them and stuff, but come on.
Michael Vick is the coon of the week.
We're gonna have to give it to him. We have to give it to him.
Yes, I have to give it to him too. Not for nothing, but no, man, that's messed up.
I mean, he is the coon of the week. Maybe of the month. We'll just give him a whole July.
We ought to have a new segment, coon of the week. I like that.
Oh, I like that. And then we can keep a board and say, all the idiots that come out, because it's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I don't know, whatever. Don't get me riled up with the sports, man.
Well, hopefully Kaepernick does get an opportunity again this year.
I mean, he didn't do nothing wrong. Just stand up for what he believed in.
No, he's being blackballed right now. So,
Right. Yeah. Right.
And he doesn't own any teams. Like I said, there are no black owners in the NFL. So at least as far as I know, I mean, I think the Panthers had a black owner, but then he sold it. So as far as I know, no black owners, so no support for Kaepernick.
Yeah, that's kind of odd though, because just think about it. You got Latinos owning the baseball teams, and then you got gringos owning the NFL, and then tennis. Yeah, there's only one black guy playing tennis, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't
what about
know.
golf?
Well, Venus just lost the other day.
That's a woman. I'm talking about a dude.
Dude,
Mike, you went through a situation where.
Well, Venus on the women's side, you got black women. On the men's side, I don't know about.
I don't know about either. I don't follow.
Yeah, those women are like LeBron James, where they dominate the tennis court. I mean,
up until a few days ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what made me think about tennis is that that guy that was crying because he lost the match, and then he tried to blame it on a blister on his foot.
Who was that?
Some tennis guy, professional tennis player. He got his butt kicked, but the dude started crying like someone was killing him, crying like. It was bad. And then he said he had a blister on his feet. I mean, he actually had a meltdown because he got himself served. I mean, they served him boom. He lost. It was bad. I've never seen a grown man cry like that. Well, in tennis. NFL's a different story because those guys really get hurt. But tennis? Come on.
You could turn an ankle real easy. It happens.
Oh, and a wrist too, right? Oh.
All right. So, have we beat this thing to death? Or?
We have.
Yes, we have.
Beautiful.
I could beat someone else.
All right. So there you have it. Michael Vick, the coon of the week. We're gonna have to do a segment, coon of the week. I'm gonna have to really get a nice, nice raccoon for the icon.
Oh my God, like See and Boppy, See and No. That's my favorite show. Oh my God, See and No.
Yeah,
See and No.
These is Samaro's mine on Viceland. That's my new favorite. They're pretty good.
I love it.
All right. So, Lexima, are we done here? Are we done?
We're finished.
We're finished.
You.
All right.
Okay,
El Boogie people. Thanks for joining us, El Boogie, once again. You know, you're one we can truly rely on.
Oh,
and I mean that, and I really mean that. You're like Teflon, you know. Yeah. For El Boogie and Mr. Lexima, I'm Crazy Eddie. You've been listening to The Truth Radio. The truth will set you free, and we are out.
I'm sure we'll set you guys free. Why do you know? I'm gonna start counting him how many times he licked his lips.